Hi, I'm David Compton. Truckers and other motorists flee from a wildfire and abandon their vehicles on a highway in Northern California. And in a follow-up to last week's story of a crash involving 4,000 lobsters, this week we bring you 31,000 pounds of beef.
Hi, I'm Jessica Rose. Trucking Moves America Forward launches a promotional campaign, and 55 illegal immigrants are found hiding in a trailer with soaring high temperatures. These are the stories we're covering along with our Rig of the Week on this edition of the Trucker News Channel.
Interstate 5 usually swarms with trucks and traffic as it winds its way through California. But the main highway between Mexico and Canada was recently a ghost road along a 45-mile northern stretch. Drivers fled in terror and several big rigs burned to the ground as fire erupted on both sides of the highway. Crews managed to remove the burned hulks and the abandoned rigs, but flames continued to burn along the edge of the road in some areas. The fire burned more than 34 square miles of timber and brush and prompted evacuation orders for scattered homes and buildings in 3 counties, in and around the Shasta Trinity National Forest. Flames were reported up to 300 feet high, which is high enough to make any trucker run for safety.
Trucking Moves America Forward, the industry-wide education and image movement, has announced their plans for National Truck Driver Appreciation Week, September 9th through the 15th. TMAF will launch an advertising and digital campaign to thank the professional truck drivers on our road, as well as educate the public about the important contributions that truck drivers make and encourage them to #ThankATrucker. TMAF is recognizing our nation's 3.5 million dedicated truck drivers through many communication channels this year. Billboard advertisements will appear along interstates throughout the country to thank truck drivers while educating motorists. The billboard, which features actual award-winning truck drivers from different states, will depict the critical need for truck drivers in America and how life's essentials such as food, gas, or medicine would not be possible without truck drivers making those deliveries.
Nothing's more enjoyable than sitting down to a dinner of a delicious lobster and a big juicy steak, or surf and turf as they call it. Well, if you saw our last week's show, you remember how we covered 4,000 lobsters spilled onto the highway in Maine. So this week, where's the beef? Well, it's in South Dakota. That's because 2 big rigs collided, causing 31,000 pounds of beef to spill onto US Highway 12 about 3 miles west of Summit. Believe it or not, the other rig involved in the crash was carrying paper products. So perhaps they used those to clean up the meaty mess. You just can't make this stuff up.
A canine was alerted to the possible presence of narcotics or concealed humans at a Border Patrol checkpoint in Laredo, Texas. That alert prompted a further inspection of a big rig, which found 55 illegal immigrants hiding behind the trailer's freight in temperatures hovering around 100 degrees. The immigrants were originally from Mexico, Guatemala, Brazil, Honduras, and Nicaragua. While they were all a bit sweaty, they were found in stable medical condition. The truck driver was a U.S. citizen, promptly arrested, and his tractor trailer was seized.
This week's Rig of the Week goes to some guy named Troy. Yeah, that's about all we know about him. But we found Troy when we were browsing YouTube this week, and his rig was just too cool and unique not to show it to you. We really don't know much about it either, other than it's an obvious attempt at a mini Kenworth. And from the looks of things, it appears to have been built on a Dodge Dakota chassis. As for the sleeper, looks about big enough to hold a 5-year-old and not a full-grown adult, but what the hell. It looks cool and it's set up to tow a 5th wheel, so you for sure will stand out when you enter the campground. If you have a rig you'd like to show off here on the show, send us a video to rigoftheweek@thetrucker.com.
If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to click the little red subscribe button below. You can also go to thetrucker.com to read the latest breaking news stories. That's it for this edition. On behalf of David Compton, myself, Jessica Rose, and all of us here at the Trucker News Channel, thanks for watching.
They gave me a pay raise right off the bat.
The pay is better than most of the companies on the road.